Alrighty, we are back. It's the final episode, day 207, and Nick is here with me. We have a story to tell.
We sure do.
Alright, so it has actually, I know you guys don't really get a good sense of this, but it has been over a week, I believe, since I last played and recorded myself playing. And the reason is Nick was on vacation. I was filling out the map, which you see on your screen right now. And once I finished filling it out, I wasn't really sure what to do. You can see that I wrote on the right side, through a lantern, light and sketches cast, a tint of truth to find our path, a hue of wisdom to turn us right, a shade of rain to pass the light, through lantern, light, and shadows past, we seek what's left of the lies we cast. And so, hopefully I still uh-oh, do I still have the monk? Let's see.
No.
Um, So there's another image I'll probably need to share also at some point. Figure it out. I'll have to pause and figure out how to do that. But it's the map that I drew on. So anyway, where we were at. Let's see if I have. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes. All right. Good, good, good
Nice.
going. Oh right, the screen is covered by the map. Give me a second. Okay, the screen is no longer covered by the map, and we are once again recording. So the the map itself and that phrase was very confusing, but it did contain a lot of left and right and pass through and so on. And so we had a theory that it says something like the a tint of truth to start your path, something like that. And that is the blue light. I don't remember how much of this I did at the end of the last episode, because at the end of my last episode, I spent a lot of time following paths. But I don't remember if any of them were based on those words. And then there was something that says, so a tint of truth to find your path, the lies we have left, something like that. And then what were the other two? There's a shade of wisdom to pass on through. Do you have that in front
A
of you?
hue of wisdom to turn us right, a
Ah,
shade of rain to pass the light.
okay. And so I did a lot of experimenting on paper with that map. And I was like, okay, well, if truth is blue, because all those blue memos are true, and red is lies, that would mean I have to make a right. Is it right? Or make a left? No, the shade of lies we left
Left
behind.
at blue.
Uh, Left at
Or
red.
sorry, left at red. Yeah.
Yeah. So I started with left at red and just looked at the map. And I tried a lot of experiments. And the only thing that even came close to giving us anything was going right when you hit orange. So I just kind of assumed that was the right thing to do. And it sort of worked out. It gave us a really long winding path through the maze. I'm gonna pause real quick and see if I can get that on screen right now. Alright, so here's the map that I sent Nick. So if you look at the green line, it might be a little hard to see, but if you look at the green line, I started at the blue light, and I walked through the pantry, and whenever I hit red, I'd made a left, and whenever I hit orange, I made a right. And it made a pretty convincing path through the level until in the upper right section where there's that first circle that I drew. You hit a red light, but there's no path. You can't make a left. And so I thought I must have mapped this out wrong because it seemed so correct up until that point. So I asked Nick on a day that I couldn't record to just go verify my map. And what came next was crazy. No, but let's not skip ahead of ourselves. Um, so we looked at the map in game, and it seemed right. I believe you walked there. You looked at that section. You looked at another section. I thought where I could have made a
Yeah, there
mistake.
were a couple spots.
But it was all correct, and it was very confusing. And so we thought, well, maybe this isn't how it goes. But and you said independently, you said, well, what if we have to spell something? And I was like, okay, well, maybe. And I just happened to look at the path I drew. And if you look at the rooms that it goes through, the pantry is an S, the gallery is a W, the library is an A, the observatory is an N, the music room is an S, the ballroom is an O, the spare room is an N, and that spells Swanson, which is very close to Swan Song, which has like been a recurring theme in this game. And we were like, okay, wait a minute, this has to be right. We are
Yes, we
onto
must be
something.
onto something.
There's no way it would accidentally spell Swan Song. Um, and so the thing is, that last room, that boiler room, is a G, where that red light is, but there's no way in. So, Nick, I believe you followed the path, but when you got to the purple section below. Sorry, it's not the boiler room. It's mislabeled. It's actually the furnace. I fixed
Yes.
that in the spreadsheet, but it's not fixed in this image because this image is one of the first things I sent you. But that purple section below what is listed at the boiler room, but is actually the furnace, we went around and we went in, and it didn't do anything, even though we had spelled Swan Song. And so we were like, okay, well, maybe we're trying to go into
Even
the
that.
closet. We looked at the closet, right? Because the closet nearby the boiler room is not too far, and that is also a G. And above
Mhm.
it is an N with the conference room, which kind of aims into the closet. So we were close. What were you going to say?
Even the furnace we thought was fitting because we thought for the vestibule we needed a key. And when we walked into the furnace, it was like, oh, the furnace creates a key whenever you power it in the normal house. So
Right, that's what
maybe
we had
there's
thought was going
something
to
we
be the
have to do
ending.
here. Hmm.
Yeah, so we thought the ending of this puzzle would be that you go into the furnace and it forges a special key that you can use to get into room 46 in the vestibule. That turned out not to
Yeah.
be the case. So we were like, well, let's think about it from a different standpoint. And then Nick was like, well, the letters work. What if we have to make something out of the words? And I was like, I don't know. How is that possible? We're already
It
doing
seems
something
like
out
a
of the letters.
stretch.
However, when I started following the same path with the words, it legitimately gave me chills. Like I wish I was recording it, but I don't even know how I would have been recording it because I'm doing this all on this spreadsheet right here. Not the spreadsheet, but like this map that we have in front of us. And if you follow the same words, the same rooms, I mean, it says we seek what's in the shade of truth, which is written on the thing in the what's it called?
The safe
The
house,
safe
I think.
house. There's like a mirror with that written on it. We seek what's in the shade of truth. And Nick has been adamant this whole time that it's
That has
super
driven me
important. Like it's
crazy.
driven him crazy because wasn't there a blue note that said like there's a major key on the wall of the safe room?
Yep. And that was
The
the
safe
only thing
house.
I could ever find on the wall. Yeah.
And so we were like, oh God, we are correct. There's something we're just not doing right. So my next theory was that you have to walk past the boiler room, and we just messed it up. Like, because the red means go left. So I was like, well, maybe you have to walk past that red and make the first left, and then swing around. And I thought, well, maybe I have that wall, this wall, north of the boiler room on the map. Or sorry, I keep saying the boiler room, but it's really the furnace. North of the furnace. Maybe I mismarked that. So our next method, or the next thing we decided to try, was following the same path but turning left after the furnace. And we didn't get that far. And now I'm going to show you why. I will need to pause to turn off this just a second.
Good preamble.
Well, I accidentally caught you saying part of such good preamble on the recording. I apologize. I
That's
can't
okay.
I can't start a new recording now. We've come too far.
No, just do the whole thing again.
Redo the whole thing. But anyway, when this happened, it blew our minds. So here we go. We're going to start at blue. We're going to go this way. And whenever we hit a red, we're going to go left. And whenever we hit orange, we're going to go right. I won't run, actually. Red,
Like,
left. Orange, right. Orange, right. Orange, right. Red, left. Red, left. Now all the other colors, which you're about to see, we just followed through them.
now that I'm looking, are only purples.
Is it orange right, orange left?
Orange is right.
Okay, thank you. Orange right. Orange right. Skip through the purple. Red left. And here is the thing that happened that blew our minds. So we were planning on walking past this and going left at around the room. But what the hell is this? And when we went in, welcome to room 46. And that was crazy.
Yeah. That was such a cool
I'm kind of curious because we didn't try it. What happens if we leave and go around the other side of this?
Oh.
But in the meantime, let me solve this because there's a special thing here. Now this will take me a minute. What is orange changes color?
Yeah, green flips the other side.
Yeah.
Nice.
I want the green up there, I think. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
These two I need to be together. So this one. Okay.
Beautiful.
All right. So what's in here says blue, and if you were to look at that, I wonder if they all have the rose in the corner. They probably do. But this is like the thorn rose thing.
Oh, yeah.
Roseberry.
Roseberry.
Do they all have that? Do I have any other screenshots? Can you take a look?
Let me get a check. If I could find a room that actually exists here.
The floor pattern here is crazy. I could go look in another room real quick. So yeah, this, as far as I know, is the end of the game, and the reward for beating the game is this: the last will and testament of the Baroness Orave. I, Orave of Mount Holly, architect, mother, and reluctant Baroness, being weak of body but of perfect mind and memory, thanks to Beater Rinda, do make and ordain this document my last will and testament. As I commit my final wishes to paper, may it be done so in the tapestry and color of my life's work. May it be written under the tree of creativity and in the shade of truth that has sheltered my loved ones from the villainy of country and countrymen. In that same spirit of defiance, I hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore printed on common, hueless parchment. I, first, being somewhat religious, give my soul to Rhina, my ashes to Vea, and my remainder to man, as will be detailed in the pages and clauses that follow this foolishly superstitious passage. In the second order, should my husband, Baron Thomas Sinclair, survive me, I grant to him his choice of sentimental keepsake he may wish to retain in remembrance of me. As our union was never founded on material dependency, I make no provision for his future, nor for my eldest son, Herbert S. Sinclair, as he will, in due course, inherit his father's titles, enterprises, and fortune. However, the estate of Mount Holly its many floor plans, and storied secrets are mine and mine alone to grant, and I have neither pledged nor suggested it will be granted to either of my children. Further details concerning its disposition to follow. I do, in the third order, bestow upon my youngest son Simon my library, including its books, manuscripts, and musings. For I have long believed that Simon, much like myself, finds greater delight in the realm of imagination than in the mundane realities of everyday life. I hope he cherishes these books, for within their pages lie doorways to endless worlds of wonder and knowledge. In the fourth order, one that I suspect will intrigue those I leave behind far more than the previous provisions, I hereby bequeath the entirety of the aforementioned estate, Mount Holly, to the individual that discovers the hidden room that contains the blue pages of this document, hence styled the Blue Testament of Orave. It is my firm belief that the challenges of uncovering the secret far outweighs any other measures of worthiness, and thus I entrust my beloved home to that deserving successor, without regard to the years that may pass or their familial connection to my descendants, who may have incidentally assumed possession of the estate in the interim. In the event that any of my relations or future kin are living on the estate when this worthy successor locates the Blue Testament, measures shall be taken to ensure their continued residence without fear of eviction or forced removal. The estate, being of a generous size, is more than capable of accommodating multiple parties without inconvenience. It is with the understanding, however, that preparations for eventual relocation should be made, as such leniency will not be afforded to subsequent generations. I do hereby constitute and appoint my colleague and fellow practitioner of architecture, Quarterus Aloysius Aaron of Trinsdale, the exclusive charge and office of executrix of this instrument. If ever the 46th room of my Mount Holly is discovered, and the Blue Testament of Orave be delivered unto her hands, or unto any of her descendants, I do ordain that they shall bear sole dominion and discretion to override and render null any and all prior arrangements heretofore made in my stead or in the name of my seed. I trust in her, and in the generations that follow her, to fulfill this role faithfully, in steadfast adherence to the wishes laid out in the foregoing pages of this document. Lastly, I leave a final message to my worthy successor. You, who have reached this final room, that's us, by the way, Nick.
Yes, let's go.
You, who unearth these pages hidden amidst the blueprints, buried beneath cryptic words and the prophecies of the past. You, who have spent countless days wandering the chambers and passageways of your own curiosity, scouring for clues, hoping for answers, striving for that which you knew might forever elude you. To you, for whom satisfaction is a fleeting companion. To you, who stands now at the end of your journey, triumphant, exhausted, and justly proud. To you, I grant that which, in life, I have given to no other, my esteem, in
Wow.
witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 16th day of April, 1952, Orave of Mount Holly. So we did it. We blueprinted.
We did it.
I do kind of curious what's around the other side of this room. Was that wall always there? I don't think it was it?
Where are you?
Maybe it was.
You got purple, red.
Okay. They replaced. There's no.
Oh, it's
there's
closed
no.
off.
Yeah, it's
I
gone.
see. Interesting.
What
Wonder
was
what
it?
happens if you don't go into the door.
I don't know. We could try, I guess. Except I don't have a monk right now.
Oh, yeah.
And then we checked this one just in case. You and I. We went over here. Not there. And this was not open.
Yeah. It does not indicate like locked or you need a key or anything. So.
It does not. So, that is the end of blueprints. As far as I know. I asked people that were in the know, and they said that that was indeed the end.
We did it.
We did it. I'm on rank 4. I'm on rank 3. I think. This is what I'm looking for. Here we are.
Ah, yes.
So I asked about this,
Hmm.
and it seems, and I don't know how, people figured it out. So I'm going to have to look it up. These words somehow involve taking different paths through this house between rooms.
Ah.
Now, I don't get it.
Okay.
Because I was told the answers and I couldn't figure it out. Now, we were right on this one. Swan Song.
Swan Song. Okay.
I think this one was a maze. Now, to do that, I'm going to pause real quick. So on this map, I think it was a maze. Let me look again. It was something.
I don't see a Z.
It was something where if you followed, maybe it wasn't a maze. Hold on. Let me remember. As if you followed purple, it was like there was a way to get to the end of the from the entrance hall, I think. From the entrance hall backwards or something like that. Or maybe it was if I follow red, it was empty was one of them. That's the one. It's not a maze. So if you start in the entrance hall, it's E. Follow the red all the way to the end of the vestibule. So if you follow from the entrance hall through the cloister, that's an M, you'll go up north. You keep going north. You make a left at the hallway. And then you swing right and you go north some more. You go all the way across the house. You go down through the gym. That's your P. And then you go up through the archive. That's a T. Then down through the pool, that's a Y, and it takes you to the vestibule. So it's like maybe there's a way to do the same thing from orange. There's a way to like take an orange path all the way to the vestibule or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, so people have deduced that, but has anything come of it?
No. And also, I think worthy might be another one. So if you in the entrance hall, you go north through the gallery, that's O, and then you left and up through the dining room, that's O. Then you go through the foundation for the R, and then you swing around up to the top, and you go through the archive for the T, and then, or it's just worth, maybe it's not worthy, it's just worth. Let me see. It needs to be another.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something like that. W-O-R-T. I don't know. What's the letter in the vestibule? I can't really read it. It's blurry.
E.
Okay, well, I don't know.
Could this be related to the three paths convene thing?
Oh wait, that's
book.
Is it not worthy? Is it like M-O-R more? Morth? That doesn't seem like a word.
Morth?
I don't really know how this works. I don't get it. But people apparently have figured it out. And it's not part of anything. And I don't understand. Or maybe I'm wrong and I misunderstood what I was told. But from what I understand, we have done the last known puzzle content in the game. And everything else is just people either haven't figured it out yet, or it's just a dead end. Like a not a red herring, but it's just a piece of something that never got used, or is just supposed to be lore, or something along those lines.
I see. Yeah.
And so that's it. I think that's why I said this is the last episode. Now, for me, I'll probably launch the game and play again when whatever the new patch is that comes out.
Gotta play Dirigiblocks.
I do gotta play Dirigiblocks, but I believe they also said there'll be a cat and there will be more cutscenes. So maybe like getting to that will create a cutscene. It feels like it. It should.
Yeah.
There could also be more puzzles added. Like I wouldn't put it past him to, if these were pieces of things. Like I had a theory that maybe Tonda was like, I gotta release this game now. These puzzles are not really fully finished, but maybe he thought they're so deep that no one would find them anyway.
Yeah.
And so he would have time to patch them. That seems maybe a bit presumptive, like, because in a game like this, when there's this much hype surrounding it, but we have to keep in mind the amount of hype surrounding it is all post-release, right? You don't know when you release a game how popular it's going to be. So if he was like, am I spending months, if not years, on all this content that no one's ever going to see, can I just do it after the game's out if it's a success?
See how it goes, yeah.
And also he had a publisher, so maybe the publisher's like, hey man, just release the game already.
Listen, it's in a pretty good state.
But the game is like super hyper success, and thank goodness, because it is worthy of that in every sense of the word.
Sure is.
And so I wonder if he thought, okay, I'll patch this in later. These are pieces of something, but maybe it's all not critical path to solving all the puzzles. I don't know.
It's weird that one of them results in something, if in fact it is Swan Song.
I mean, I could try one of them. It was a what? What did I say it was? Worthy?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have to let you do that. And the reason I'm saying that is because I don't have... This room won't come up again. You know what I mean? I'd have to go do the whole monk blessing and whatever. If you want to try it, I'll let you try it. If you happen to find something, let the world know, because from what I understand, it's already been...
I'd be the first.
We are very, very behind the times. Like, you and I are playing on our own. There's a whole section of the whole world out there that is like playing this like it is an ARG, and they're ARG, and they're just like blowing open everything they can, reading all the game's data. Like, people have patched the cat back in because they found that they could just like break open the code and make changes here and there. So someone will have found if these things do something, right?
Right,
yeah. So I don't think we will. I did like your idea that you had to figure out what these are and go do them in the other version of the gallery.
Yeah, if they would fit there, that would be interesting.
I don't think they would, though. My guess is that they wouldn't. Like, I don't think there'll be... I think someone would have accidentally stumbled across, maybe unless you had to do all four of them at the same time. That could be... But... INFINI. What is the one that goes here? It's like not realize. It's the other one, the long one.
Infinite, or...
Yeah, I thought it was infinite, but it has ruminate. RUMINATE. I'm trying to remember if there could have even been an N here with some of the things I was trying. I don't remember.
Infit. These little guys are still in here.
You can't click these, right? I believe. Yeah. Okay. So that's that. I guess,
It's a wild ride for sure.
It was. So many crazy things. Oh, I didn't bring a hammer here. That's one thing I didn't try.
Oh, interesting.
I could go get a hammer.
Might as well.
This is the last run. I did kind of want to leave it in here because there's not much else going on, but I guess I'll try and go get a hammer. Watch me not be able to get a hammer.
Yeah. Me with a watering can. I started trying to collect all of the like remaining open threads. Did we ever figure out? So the car license plate says Swan Song, SWNSNG, and it's supposed to be an acronym.
No.
Do you know what the acronym is?
I don't know, southwest, north, something green? What do I have?
Could
We're
be.
going into Lost and Found. First room, Lost and
Oh
Found.
boy. Oh, check out that image or the photo. You had a question about it, right?
All right. This photo, I was watching Day 9 play today, and it was
Uh-huh.
actually in the office next to the computer.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
where it comes from.
Okay.
What if I try and erase the the blue room?
Oh my god. You should.
Let me I can't come back through here, right? Let's see what I roll. Okay, that should work. I'm looking for a sledgehammer, right?
Yeah.
Oh no. I've made a mistake.
What happened?
I'm not gonna be able to not go back through the lost and found unless I go all the way
Oh.
around the house. I should have got the
Ooh,
study first before I did this. That's okay. I won't make that mistake this time. A watering can. I guess I did have the watering can in the storeroom.
huh.
In the coat check, I mean. You know what I could do is the observatory and get a ton of luck. That would get me a sledgehammer pretty quick.
Oh yeah, wait, did you finish the observatory?
I did not.
It's still going. That's crazy.
It started getting bad. It was like you can't gain steps or whatever. I was like,
Oh
remember, it was like
yeah.
not letting me gain shovel.
Mm-hmm. Shovel.
I need
It's
a
almost a hammer.
hammer.
We found our mom's birth certificate, but then we never used it for anything. But I could see that. I could see that just being lore.
I found a hammer.
There you go.
I forgot to take my allowance, I guess. Luckily, I still could afford it. So I just need to get back to the front of the house without going through the lost and found, I guess. I also don't have that many steps.
Play smart.
Yeah. I don't have a study yet either. Well, that doesn't help. I could try and make my way to the foundation. That would get me outside without having to go back through the
Where?
lost and found. I just need a study. Give me the study, please. Uh-oh.
Oh,
There we are.
maybe cook. There you go. Nice.
Coins? What garbage is that? That's been a
Hey
very
man, you
long
need
time.
them.
Okay, now this door better not be locked. It shouldn't be since it's a south-facing one.
Nice.
So yeah, in the office, it used to be right here, actually. Like right here.
Yeah. Interesting. I wonder if you have unlocked everything in Lost and Found. I think there were still one or two things that you have that I never got.
I don't know where that little note came from that one time.
Yeah. I never fully decoded that erosion note.
Alright.
Or translated it, rather.
There we go. I made it back. Might as well. Car keys.
Oh, nice. Go for a joyride.
Maybe that's the real ending. If I go do the car right now, it actually just drives away. It's like you've done everything. Okay.
That'd be
I
nice.
highly doubt I can smash these vases, but maybe.
Same, but it's worth a shot.
The game just crashes.
Microchip comes out of your computer.
Nope.
Ah, beans.
Alrighty then. And with that, that's a wrap on Blueprints. Thanks for watching, everybody. I know this episode's been short and it's the finale, but I'm glad I had Nick here. And when Dirigiblox comes out, expect another video. And maybe, I don't know if at that point I'll try and play, like for real again or not, and see if there's new cutscenes. Maybe I'll just check out the patch notes and see what it says. If it says there's like new cutscenes for really late game content, I might just kind of just go through the motions of. So the last cutscene was in the Blue Throne. Oh no, there was a cutscene when you open the box in the blue room. For
Open box in
the
the blue
Spiral
room?
of Stars box. In that blue room with 3 boxes.
Oh yeah.
There was a small cutscene when you open one of them. And that was the last cutscene. And the things that we did after that were all the stuff with the vault and the water and this. So I would imagine if there's another cutscene at the end, it's when you find this room 46.
Yeah, probably to make it feel more like a finale.
And if they say that there is a new cutscene, I will do that on camera. But if there's no new cutscene, I'll probably just play Dirigiblox and just call it a day. have a let's play of Dirigiblox instead. It would be crazy if Dirigiblox is like a multiple hour experience. I would be.
It's like its own rabbit hole of puzzles in some way.
I've been expecting it to be like Tetris, like a Tetris-like style puzzle game.
Dirigiblox. I thought asteroids for some reason.
It's blocks, so I thought it was supposed to be like an addictive block-based game like Tetris.
Yeah, it's the I forget what the branding around it is like.
It's a dirigible, right? It's like a big airship.
Yeah. It's like a bird.
Okay. Well, regardless, expect some episode at some point in the future. And thanks again, everybody. And thank you, Nick.
Thank you. It was an enjoyable experience, and thanks for having me here at the finale.